right, the other day I posed a question, like a poll on YouTube, and we had some very interesting answers. Now, there is one answer in particular that I think deserves a little bit of a public commentary, and you're going to see why. I'm going to show you guys here briefly what the question was. Actually, I'll just tell you what the question was. And then I will show you, one answer that was kind of a head scratcher for me at first. And I know that there are people out there who have this strange view of values in this business. And so I just want to set the record straight. So the question was, what size does the uranium thesis have in your portfolio? That's my question to you. So please, if you're watching this, post down here right now, what size does the uranium thesis have in your portfolio right now? Now, are you ready for this? People were answering as they do. Dear Chen Giggler, funny name, posted this. 10% is about as all in as one should be on any singular thesis, in my humble opinion. Interesting. And then what I said is that's not enough, in our opinion, our being really my opinion. And then they said, you're a promoter. Of course it isn't, LOL. I barely know where to start with this. But let me break this to you, Chen Giggler, and other people who have made similar comments on different posts throughout the years. You're a promoter. Every single time you open your mouth to talk about a company you believe in, you think has potential, you already own, or are thinking of buying, you are promoting that company. And believe you me when I say that sometimes your bias towards a company that hasn't paid you for media services is higher and more blinded than people like myself that actually, provide media exposure services to companies. So let's just call it what it is. We are all talking our own books, and we are all promoting either an idea, a thesis, or a company. Now, even if you take that into consideration, when we talk about the uranium thesis, within the uranium thesis, you have like 150 different companies you could be invested in. How do you take a stock portfolio and then divide it up into 10 different parts, and you think 10% of your portfolio is all in on uranium when 90% of it isn't? I don't know what kind of math that is, but that's just not all in. That is not what all in means, okay? And if you're only going into a thesis with 10% of your portfolio, where do you put the rest? I mean, are you going to research, approve of, find, and then pick out specific companies or even ETFs for 10 different theses at any one time if you're fully invested? I mean, let's just say that you're going to keep 20% of your portfolio in cash. How do you keep track of 8 different theses? I mean, what's even the plural of thesis? Thesi? I don't know. Thesium? I don't know how you do that, but you'd have to be at least a family office in order to keep track of that. Probably something bigger. So 10% of your portfolio in any thesis, I don't care what it is, means that you don't really believe in the thesis in the first place. I mean, you're okay with it. I can buy a company that has a commodity, that has an okay thesis, and keep 10% of my money there. That doesn't mean I, put 10% towards that thesis. A thesis is a theme, a commodity, a story that is bigger than one company. So yeah, I mean, how much time have you put into working out if the uranium thesis is worth investing? If it's worth investing, goodness me, do whatever you want with your money. I mean, it's your money, but if I put 10% in uranium, it's not going to deserve any of my time for me to research. It's just not enough. Like, what is 10% going to do? For 10%, put it in an ETF of anything. 10% just isn't much of anything. It's just what I think. And if you're in junior mining, you're in high risk. And by taking high risk and going too conservative on the amount doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what your thoughts are, and I would like to know below. Like, what is the appropriate amount within your portfolio. Now, do bear in mind that a stock portfolio is not your total net worth. Those are two different things. I think people have a little bit of difficulty with words and their meaning. And so you have your net worth, and it could be real estate, stocks, businesses, cash, whatever. And then you have your portfolio. Those are stocks. Within that, how much of it do you think is deserving of the uranium thesis we are living right now? That's my question to you. Please comment down below what that is currently and even what you think it should be. Do you think you're overexposed to uranium? I've heard of some people that are all in, as in 100% in uranium. I have been all in, virtually all in, like a 90% plus in uranium. I have changed that with time. And also because of my work, I do buy stock in the companies that I promote, and they're not all uranium companies. So I don't keep 100% of my portfolio in uranium. I couldn't do that. That's not possible. But I don't think I hold anything at 10%. Like if I believe in gold, then I'm going to buy some gold, and I'm not going to limit to 10% because I think I can make a lot more if I put in, I don't know, 20%, 15, 30. Anyway, let me know below. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on this and what you're actually doing with your portfolio right now. How much of it is in the uranium thesis? Let me know. I'll catch you soon.